Hey everyone, Kim from One Physical Therapy here. Just wanted to touch base and show you guys a little bit of stretching routines that everyone should be working on. I know all of us like to get out there and run and do our thing and get our run over with and get back, shower, and get our days going. However, literally nobody stretches. The stretching is very key. What you guys don't know is when you get out on the road, your muscles contract, meaning they lengthen and shorten thousands of times out there on your run. When you get home and you take a shower and you're kind of resting and getting your day going, that tightness ends up getting tighter as the day progresses. If you're sitting in the car, if you're sitting at work, no matter what you're doing, that tightness over time gets tighter and tighter and tighter, no matter how many days go by. So what ends up happening, that tightness starts to pull on the bones and then ends up giving you injury. So 10 minutes after your run, just to get the stretches in, is very important. So what we're going to start with is working on the hamstrings here. So you can do this with shoes on, with shoes off, it doesn't matter to me. People generally can do it sitting, standing, laying down. So I like to do it standing. You're going to have your foot up onto something a little bit elevated. A couch is fine as long as you're not way above hip level. So leg out straight, stand up nice and tall. You're going to have your toes pointing up towards the ceiling, and you're going to shift your body as if you're going forwards, just like this. A lot of people tend to try to arch their back and reach down towards their toes. That's wrong. It gets your back too involved and you're not actually getting underneath and through the hamstring here. So again, nice and tall. Shift your body forward as if your chest is going to the wall in front of you. We're going to hold this for about 30 seconds. So hopefully you're all following along. You're lucky I can't see what you're doing. Good. You should feel that pull. Don't have anything hurt at this point. You want to go nice and easy into the stretch, getting the pull underneath. That way your muscles don't fight back on you. Good. Come back up. Switch legs. Again, standing nice and tall. Hinge your body forward. You're going to feel that all underneath here. Again, if you're rotated like this, your back's going to get involved. You may be able to touch your toes, but you're not actually getting in through the hamstrings. So that is very important. Good. Nice 30-second stretch. Anything less than 20 seconds out there on the research shows that you're not actually getting a change in the muscle length, and over time it's pretty much worthless. So just make sure you're holding for that period of time. Generally, what I tell my patients and my clients is you want to do that 3 times, 30 seconds. After one time, your muscle will shorten again, so you're not getting the full benefit of the lengthening effect. If you don't have time to do 3 sets of 30 seconds, just at least do 1. Or instead of switching on and off, I want you to end up doing, a full minute and a half all at once, and then switch legs and do it on that side. So the next one we're going to do is up through the hip flexors and your quads. A lot of people generally try to just do this stretch. Again, not super beneficial. You're not really getting a ton of stretching through your quad because your back is involved. So I like to use the couch again. You can take a couch cushion or a pillow. You're going to place that on the floor. I'm going to move this down so you can see what I'm trying to do here. You're going to have one knee on the cushion, one knee up straight like this. You're going to sit nice and tall, get all that stretch down through the front leg here, and I'm going to turn and show you what not to do. Most people stretching will then arch their back and lean forward. So if you do that, you can end up stretching this far out. You're not getting the appropriate muscle group here. You need to sit up nice and tall, tuck your bum underneath, get your shoulders back, and that's really as far as you're going to have to move. So again, knee on the pillow, tuck your bum. You're going to feel that mostly here and then down the thigh as well. So about 30 seconds. Again, 3 times or a full minute and a half if you can. Good, and then switch. If you need something to hold on to for balance so you're not focusing too much on that, go ahead. Either another chair or couch. So tuck the bum, you're going to feel that up in the hip flexor. You shouldn't have to lean super far. Feel it all the way down the thigh. Perfect. Okay, moving on to the glutes. You're going to be on the floor. What I want you to work on, crossing the leg over. You're going to reach through, pull that knee up towards your chest. So lay your head flat. Most people generally compensate by lifting their head up like this. Keep it down so you don't get neck pain. And you're trying to pull that leg towards your chest. Another thing that happens when you end up having a lot of tightness in through your glutes is that this top leg ends up being way out here, or that knee is down through here. You want to push that knee out and pull the entire leg up towards your body. So again, that 30-second hold, you should feel that all through here. Don't forget to breathe. This should almost be a relaxation time after your run. You should want to be able to relax those muscles, increase that flexibility, release all that tension you just had. Go ahead and switch. So cross over. Remember, this should be nice and parallel. This knee should be pushed out. So grab onto the leg, pull down to your chest, get a good stretch through your bum. And again, keep breathing. Nice big diaphragmatic breathing. So in through your nose, increase that pressure through your belly. You shouldn't feel your rib cage move. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. A lot of us over time end up breathing up through our chest muscles. We end up feeling it up top. We don't want that. That's not very efficient breathing. Your rib cage wasn't meant to expand like that. Perfect. Okay. We're going to come on up. We're going to do IT band stretching next, since a lot of us end up having issues like that. So what I want you to do, let's pull that down a bit. Cross one leg over, stand up nice and tall, hinge your hips out to the side. You're going to feel that up through the thigh area. I know when you're having IT band pain, it goes all the way down to your knee, but that's not how you stretch it. You want to be stretching it up at the TFL insertion point where you feel that. If you can't feel it in your hip, you want to kind of move your upper body and your hips in a certain direction so you can get that sensation up top here. So from the side, stand nice and tall, hinge off, and you feel that right in here. Good, and then same thing for the other side, cross one leg over. So in this case, I'm stretching my left IT band. My right foot is in the front, my left foot is in the back. Stand nice and tall, hinge the hips off to the left, upper body to the right, and again, you feel that right up top here. If it's really tight, you'll feel it all the way down and through by your knee. But just make sure you're keeping your back nice and flat. Excellent. Good, that 30-second count. Perfect. Okay, those are just a few of the stretches that everyone should be doing. See, we're at 9 minutes on here. 9 minutes out of your day is not a lot to ask to prevent the injury. What I end up telling my patients is if everyone stretched after their exercise, including running, we'd probably have about 50% less patients. So keep active, but also keep aware of your injury prevention and make sure you keep stretching. Anyone that knows me knows that that's key for your injury prevention, and I will ask you every single time if you've stretched. If the answer is no, then you know that there's already a problem that started. So keep stretching. If you have any questions, feel free to shout them out. Otherwise, I plan to do one of these live videos at least once a week on Sunday nights. So if you have any questions or you have things that you want me to go over, feel free to write them down on the posting and we'll touch back. All right, guys, stay safe.